ये है स्टेट्स मिरर लाइव न्यूज। सुनिए आज की ताजा खबरें, झूठ होगा बेनकाब।
States Mirror News wants to give its views about the G20 summit. India's moment, the G20 summit was reimagined as a forum for changing the wider world. The leaders summit of India's presidency of the G20 grouping held over the weekend resulted in major success with the unanimous adoption of the New Delhi Declaration, especially significant as there was little hope of one. Experts, diplomats and officials had downplayed expectations of India's negotiators being able to pull off what you have achieved thus far. Detente between the Western G7 EU axis and Russia-China combining over the issue of the Ukraine war. At the UN Security Council, not a single statement has been passed so far as a result of vetoes by both sides. While Indonesian G20 negotiators in 2022 were able to pull off a joint statement with reference to the critical of Russia, the G7 pushed for deal. The consensus did not last, and Russia and China refused to have them repeated this year. As every Indian ministerial meeting ended without success in a joint statement, India's negotiating staff took a more considered approach to achieve consensus on other issues before tackling paragraph on Ukraine. There was a breakthrough after the G7 compromise on its insistence of language critical of Russia by having more neutral paragraphs. The declaration statement achieved what is truly impossible in today's global polarization. In fact, India's middle path policy has been its biggest strength, along with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's personal outreach to many G20 leaders over the years. Another key initiative was enlisting the Global South, including many G20 members who were reluctant to take sides in the tussle and wanted instead to shift priorities to global development issues. As a result, the 83-paragraph declaration made progress on cryptocurrency regulation and crystallized the figure of nearly $20 trillion needed for climate change adaptation and mitigation projects for the global south. Although it failed to agree on any fossil fuel phase out deadline, there were several other initiatives too. The admission of the 55-member African Union has corrected an imbalance that so far only allowed the EU in as a regional grouping with the EU. The Global Biofuel Alliance was an important step towards more research and delivery of alternative energy sources for a world still dependent on fossil fuels. Finally, an India-Middle East-Europe corridor, promise of US investment, has dazzling possibilities, but details of funding and execution still needs to be drawn out. India's attempt ordinary signal venue templates to hold 200 meetings in over 60 cities, drawing more than 1 lakh outgoing visitors from 125 countries, has been noted as a unique albeit at considerable extra cost. It remains to be seen whether future T20 will find viable example to follow. Above all, India's T20 leaves an indelible mark in its attempt to popularize an organization seen till now as a safe and boring event, bringing world leaders to the high table where arcane subjects are discussed. Decisions made are not scrutinized, and without bringing real change in the lives of wider global population. To that end, Modi's decision to hold a virtual review meeting in November, India gives up its presidency chance to ensure implementation and scrutiny of decisions made over the weekend that has been dubbed India's T20 moment. Thank you very much to everyone who are listening the news.
ये थे आज की धमाकेदार खबरें। झूठ होगा बेखा। इन खबरों को लाइक करें, शेयर करें और सब्सक्राइब करें। थैंक्स टू ऑल व्यूअर्स।